It's no joke. It's something that affects my life, but I don't really talk about it a whole lot because it's my reality. What's going on, guys? Adam Ivy standing in the studio for once. I lost my chair, just kidding, right here. This video is going to be a little bit different because it's something that I'm very passionate about, and that's as producers, as music creators, as YouTubers, or any profession that sits at a desk, neck and back issues are serious. Something that you have to think about. I never thought about these things when I was in my teens and 20s. Now that I'm in my mid-30s, it's definitely a whole different reality for me. A lot of you guys might not know this, but in 2013, so many moons ago, I was in a pretty serious car accident where they had to cut the roof off of my car to get me out to the hospital. And as a result of that, I have several herniated discs in my neck and back, as a lot of you guys might be able to relate to that with sports injuries, with falling at some point. It's no joke. It's something that affects my life, but I don't really talk about it a whole lot because it's my reality. It is what it is. But the thing that saves my butt, no pun intended, is being able to sit and stand while I'm doing my daily tasks. Being able to sit and produce on this fancy desk that doesn't move is all fine and dandy, but if I don't stand up after an hour or an hour and a half, it starts feeling like I'm an on-the-road truck driver who's been driving for 20 hours. First and foremost, make sure you have an ergonomical chair and you're setting timers in order to sit, stand, take a walk around, and it's going to help your mental health anyway, because a lot of times we sit and look at a computer screen and we're all like, kind of get consumed with it. But I did a video a while back doing a sit-stand apparatus that you could put on a desk, you could put on a kitchen table, to where if you do want to stand up, it gives you that ability. But it might not be the greatest aesthetic. It might not be something that you want to tote around. Your mom or your dad or your significant other might not want this thing sitting at the kitchen table or the kitchen counter or whatever. So my good friends over at FlexiSpot do offer several different sit-stand options, to the point where I went out with my own monies, and bought a frame where then I put a butcher block table on. I'll show you some B-roll right now. I feel like I'm kind of rambling. We use this as our conference table. I have a couple people on my team, Ricky and Danny, shout out to both of those guys. The sit-stand option saves us. We sit, we stand, we're able to be more active, be more energetic after lunch. How many times have you gone and got food, and then you come back and you sit and you kind of go into a coma because you're just sedentary? We're just sitting there. Even applies for you guys who might have a job that you sit at a desk or a cubicle or whatever. I remember the days very, very clearly where I'd almost fall asleep at my desk because you're just kind of still. One thing that I found really benefits not only my lower back health, but my neck health. I can kind of avoid neck headaches. So a lot of you guys might be able to relate to that. It's something that's very real. I had LASIK last year. Changed the game for me because I would have a lot of eye strain, but I also realized that when I'm sitting at a computer, I'll kind of try to demonstrate this from a side view. As I'm leaning over, mouse right here, keyboard there, looking at a screen like that, all of a sudden my neck and back started just killing me. And like I said, I'd be sitting on the couch and I'd have to lay in a certain position to where I wouldn't be in a lot of pain or experience a headache. So what I did is I reached out to FlexiSpot. I said, you know what? I want to be able to provide some more insight. I want to be able to provide some more clarity to those who might be dealing with the same issues that I am, or want to avoid those long term. Because trust me, those of you who are 18 right now, 16, 25, you're going to be dealing with these old man problems as you get older. Trust me, I'm 35. It's something that I have to kind of adjust my day-to-day around. So they were nice enough to send me a fresh FlexiSpot sit-stand desk apparatus, which I'm going to show you here in a second. Now, I mentioned and I showed you my conference room table. That's just using the base. But if you want to follow me, cameraman, what I have over here is I have the FlexiSpot sit-stand apparatus. It comes with a frame, it comes with the desktop. If you don't like just a normal desktop like this, or you want to go bigger, you can put your own desktop on these things, guys. This is really the joy of it. Now, if I take this chair over here and I'm producing, and then I come over here, I can wheel it over here if I want to do some laptop work, I do a lot of conference calls from setups like this. Now, I will be completely transparent. I just put this together today. This is going to go in another office in my house. You guys know the Blue Room, right? You're very familiar with this type video. If you haven't watched those videos, there was a whole series where I had one of my offices set up here in my house with a blue backdrop. This is actually going to go in that room for doing coaching calls with my students, for doing just explainer videos and being able to just get some busy work done. Or if I'm here, Danny's over at the conference room table and Ricky wants to work in the other office, we have some flexibility there. But the great thing about this desk is A, it's not that heavy. It's super sturdy. I don't want to embarrass FlexiSpot by like jumping or dancing on it or something, or falling off and herniating another disc. You got to be a little careful when it comes to this stuff, but super simple operation. I have never had any issues with my conference room table. I've lifted and put down that table hundreds of times since I bought that, the frame for it. And this is pretty much exactly the same frame. 2 buttons, up, down. You just raise it, and when you're raising it, you can come up to any height that you want. One thing is, even though I like standing, sometimes I like leaning. So if I wanted to go like this and I'm on my laptop here, not only can I alleviate some pressure from my lower back, if I don't want to sit up straight like this, I can lean at whatever height I want. But if I want to work high, if I just want to be like this and maybe have my elbows lifted, kind of reduce some shoulder pain. I'm not a doctor, so this is whatever is comfortable for you. I can raise it even higher. Shaquille O'Neal would be comfortable with this. I'm not that tall. I'm only 5'8", maybe 5'9" on a good day. But this is very tall. I would say, I don't know, 4.5, 5 feet, 4.5 feet realistically. And this is super sturdy. As you could tell, not shaking a whole lot. Now when it's at its highest, if you push, it's not going to have the same leverage or balance. But if you come down, you can watch the computer. It's not shaking. This is super smooth. I have a little keyboard here. As you could tell, I'm going to kind of give you guys a little bit of a walkthrough. If you had a laptop, if you had a couple monitors here, it would still be big enough for you guys to be able to put some monitors over here. I'm talking about computer screens. You could have probably about a 28-inch screen here. So if you have something mounted on the wall, even better. Have some monitors, have your keyboard. This thing is going to be a great workspace. If you want to have kind of a mobile setup, you can tuck this in a corner. Guys, I really don't care if you buy this or not. It's just a great option. If you guys are interested in the FlexiSpot lineup, all the information will be in the description box below. Like I said, they did send me this after I reached out to them, because I believe in their products. This is going to be a great addition to my house. I already use a FlexiSpot base, a standing desk base for my conference room table. And we've joked around, again, I don't want to like promote it as what to do, but I've sat on this table where, well, I think it was you, right, Danny? Yeah, you raised up the table. It can easily handle, I'm like 170 pounds, 175 pounds. These things are built to last. These things look incredible. I know that from this angle, it looks a little bit boring. Like I said, this is not going to stay in this room. I already have a FlexiSpot desk in this room. This FlexiSpot is going into another office. But if you have neck pain, if you have back pain, you guys need to stand up. You guys need to get up. You could stay productive. That's the thing. You don't have to step away from your desk and not get anything done. I know a lot of you guys are using laptops. A lot of you guys could make this your new workstation. This right here can be whatever top you want. You don't have to get the top that they offer. You could just buy the base. And this base is super solid. Like I said, I've been using FlexiSpot desks for 2 or 3 years now, maybe 4. I've never had one error. I've never had one issue where it didn't go up or down. And this one's the electric one over here. They do make a manual one and stuff like that. Like I said, all those links will be in the description box below. The thing is, when you have adversity in your life, like my car accident, right? I could sit around and feel bad about myself that it hurts to get out of bed sometimes. I wake up with a migraine type headache because it starts in my neck all the way over. You have to work in an environment that's comfortable for you. I know that it's not always easy to do, but we have to make the best of our situation. So if you have the means, find somewhere that inspires you, find somewhere that you're also comfortable. Because you could be inspired as hell, but if you're looking at computer screens with a headache, if you absolutely hate how you feel after sitting for a few hours, you're not alone. There's a lot of us that deal with these types of pain. You have to work through it and say, what can I do to make the most of this situation? You know, I will probably, have pain for the rest of my life because of my neck and back, unless, I get some type of procedure. And still, even after that, I would want to be in a good posture to where my chair is comfortable, to where I'm sitting with good posture, to where I'm focusing on how I feel after a while. And so I'm not putting myself in a position where, because of how I'm sitting for hours, I'm dealing with the neck and back pain. You guys have to take care of this. This is something very serious. Your health as a creator is only going to deteriorate if you don't eat well, if you don't get up and exercise, if you don't drink enough water, if you're not paying attention to what you're eating. Because trust me, if we want to go back, I'll show you another clip. This is Adam with thyroid issues eating Taco Bell 3 or 4 times a week. I was over 200 pounds. As you can tell, I got chubby cheeks thanks to my lineage, my mom, and my grandma. So when I gain weight, you see it in my face very quickly. And it was because I was just sitting around. I was depressed. I didn't feel like creating anything. The YouTube videos that I was making, it felt like a job because I felt obligated to do it, and I didn't do it out of love. I didn't do it out of the passion for it. I was just like, oh, I got to make another video. And I never want to put you guys through that again. So I always want to feel inspired, and inspiration starts with feeling good, not only physically, but mentally. So I want to know in the comments below, Have you ever had neck pain, back pain from sitting and staring at screens for a long time? I want to come into your house and see how you're living. So in the comments below, let me know what kind of desk you have. Let me know how long you've been producing, and let me know if you've ever been dealing with this neck pain or back pain and how you've been adjusting from it. Do you stand up? Do you exercise? Are you getting enough water? Do you have a sit-stand desk already? And if you do, I'd love to hear about it. Guys, I appreciate you watching. Click on this video next if you want to take your marketing to the next level. Smash that button to join the channel family here and that little bell icon so you can make YouTube happy and myself very happy. Come connect with me over on Instagram. Until next time, I appreciate you watching.